In 2023, the CDA team engaged in many initiatives,
like better understanding key growth areas for the copper industry,
showcasing the power and value of market data,
advocating for the industry while the U.S. government takes action on vital issues impacting our sector,
continuing support for the industry education and awareness programs,
and focusing on sustainability as we found ways to empower our member companies,
improving the transparency of industry communications,
while growing the industry's understanding of how this global environmental focus will impact our downstream markets, all while communicating how we are better with copper. As we wrap up another year, we'd like to share with you how CDA, our staff, and our member councils have demonstrated a mission-focused commitment to bring the value of copper to society. I've been impressed this year with the strength of this commitment. It shows in everything, such as the implementation of the new business model, member participation and engagement in our programs, as well as direct communications and meetings between members and staff. This shared commitment has helped us focus on what you find valuable. It's also enabled us to produce significant achievements in the creation of credible influence in all of our markets. This raised the visibility of CDA, the U.S. copper industry, and copper products among market and policy decision makers. It also connected copper with key trends driving markets today, like sustainability and material criticality. But before I turn this over to the staff to share specific highlights of these achievements, I'd like to personally thank you, the members, for spending your time and effort to help broaden and deepen our entire staff's knowledge on copper production and copper semis fabrication, opportunities and challenges. Now, let's hear from the councils.
The Alloy Rod, Bar, and Sections Council continue to drive change in the plumbing market with original research findings demonstrating safe use in drinking water applications. The industry data sets we've built are instrumental in helping regulators, end users, and even ourselves better understand our industry and our products. This focus on data has strengthened our credibility and empowered us to create meaningful change in the marketplace. We also explored how embracing sustainability can further boost the value proposition for brass rod. Recognizing that material selection criteria is evolving beyond the traditional price and performance drivers, we're working together to showcase the environmental benefits of brass rod. This includes its extremely high recycled content and its carbon savings potential in machining operations.
The Flat Products Council provided valuable perspective on increasing demand for copper in the United States, helping stakeholders navigate the evolving landscape. With an interest to focus on advocacy, the Council is transitioning from studying and learning to taking action, ensuring copper's interests are well represented across the future growth markets. We continue to better understand the sustainability performance advantages of flat copper products.
in addition to continued engagement with contractors, instructors, and engineers. The Tube and Fitting Council trained the industry on copper piping systems and applications. We promoted small copper tube adoption and next-gen HVACR equipment through OEM engagement, research, and case studies. Strong advocacy efforts also supported the copper industry's interest in lead service line replacement initiatives, aligning with increased funding awareness.
The transition to clean energy and clean transportation has opened new opportunities for members of the Energy and Electrical Systems Council. The Council has monitored the growth in these markets, and we've promoted copper's superior properties to help advance those technologies that are key to meeting future climate goals. As electrification moves into heavy-duty transportation, CDA has played a pivotal role in establishing and managing the Electric School Bus Coalition, further driving copper's presence in the clean energy sector.
By developing Alloy Health product declarations, the Health, Environment, and Safety Council created new avenues of value for members while prioritizing health and safety. We advocated for federal policy action on recycling, lead rules, and water management. This ensured industry interests were protected. It also means that the science of biomonitoring will be properly interpreted in setting occupational exposure limits. Continued advocacy is the vital driver of our mission forward. It enables us to rally support, enact change, and ensure that the responsible use of copper and its alloys remains at the forefront of industry practices. All this is done for the greater benefit of health, the environment, and safety.
The Government Affairs Council worked on a bipartisan basis with House members, senators, governors, and supportive groups to aggressively advocate for copper's inclusion on the official USGS critical minerals list. Those efforts ultimately highlighted a pathway to copper being named a critical material by the U.S. Department of Energy, further cementing copper's significance in the future of the strategic move towards cleaner energy. All the while, the Council actively supported our bipartisan Copper Caucus, communicating new data that detail the $160 billion economic impact of our industry and the nearly 400,000 jobs to policymakers in Washington and the states.
The Sustainability ESG Council worked towards a comprehensive understanding of the sustainability ESG landscape, recognizing its relevance in modern business. Employing a whole life cycle perspective, the Council is creating awareness that copper's environmental footprint must be considered at every stage of its life cycle as we prepare to facilitate an industry-wide collaboration on the disclosure of ESG metrics, promoting transparency and accountability.
In the U.S., the copper scrap recycling market is at an inflection point, presenting both challenges and opportunities that the Scrap Council closely monitored. Scrap contamination and end-of-life recycling losses are two key issues that limit our recycling potential and weaken our circularity narrative. Our efforts to collect industry data on these issues brought new insights to the table, allowing us to have constructive dialogue with the semi-sector, recyclers, and even policymakers that are trying to understand the role and limitations of recycling as it applies to creating a more resilient and self-sufficient U.S. copper supply chain.
As you can see, with the implementation of our new business model, our growing team, and a commitment to our members, we've remained faithful to our core mission, but we also ventured into some new territory to meet your ever-changing needs. But most importantly, we couldn't have done it without your continued support and engagement. Thank you. I look forward to another exciting and successful year.